Welcome to the Week 15 edition of This Cat Can Ball. Just 2 weeks to go till the playoffs. As you could probably tell by the title, it's going to be a bit of a different show this week. We are going to be featuring an entire team instead of one player. But I think that the way this team won, and considering the situation they were in, the whole team deserves the award. And if you use some clues from the thumbnail, it's the New York Jets. Going into the game 0-13, they had a lot against them already. A lot of people would have been fine with them just cashing out the season, right? Go for that first overall pick. But no, they went into this game. There was a lot of things that made this game difficult for them, and we're going to break it down as to why they are worthy of winning this award this week. First off, they had to go cross country to play the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, that is cross country, New York to LA, right? And they're playing against the Rams. The Rams aren't scrubs. These guys are already guaranteed to be in the playoffs, all but guaranteed. They're just 2 years removed from a Super Bowl. Granted, it was the most boring Super Bowl in NFL history, but still, they're still young competitors, and they weren't short on players. Maybe some people were thinking, were they out, some of the key players? No, Jared Goff was there. Aaron Donald was there. They were all playing. They managed to shut them down pretty well. Jared Goff is a great quarterback. He threw an interception, sacked 3 times. Aaron Donald, he's up for Defensive Player of the Year like the past 3 or 4 years. He didn't get a sack. He's a machine when it comes to sacks. Also, the Jets won on 2 big fronts. These 2 big fronts are arguably the most important things that it comes to winning a game. They won the turnover battle. They didn't have any turnovers, and they caused one from the Rams. And they won time of possession. They had the ball for about 35 minutes, which is pretty good. They won the majority of that. Those 2 will usually win you the game. Also, the first touchdown of the game was scored by none other than Mr. Week 13, Ty Johnson. So if you had him on your fantasy team, if you picked him up because he did good for you in the past, he kind of had a down week last week, but he is back this week and put up a touchdown and 6 receptions to boot. So if you were in a PPR league, Ty Johnson did a great job for you. Finally, their first round pick from a few years back, Sam Darnold, is showing that he could be the franchise quarterback. Maybe. Granted, he is not a gunslinger. He's not going to be the second coming of Brett Favre. He's a game manager, and he managed the game. That's what he's supposed to do. Did a good job. Got sacked a few times. Didn't turn the ball over, and that is a victory for Sam. Frank Gore, the oldest man on the planet, still carrying the ball, doing a great job, didn't fumble, got them the solid yards when they needed, and he got that crucial third down. If any of you caught that game, he caught a third down pass late in the game to seal the deal in the late fourth quarter. Great job on his part. And there's also something about going cross country. I don't know why. That's just the home team when it's an east to west travel. The home team has a big advantage. And you would think the Jets going all that way, being 0-13, going up against the competitive Rams, who are all but guaranteed playoffs. The Rams should have had this game locked up. No, the Jets came out of nowhere, surprised them. They did a great job. That's why they're taking home the award this week. So it's going to be really something. It's going to be a little strange to catalog this one, considering we've had a kicker, a quarterback, then a defensive tackle, a running back, and a strong safety. Now we have an entire team. But considering this is the worst team in the NFL, they did the good job of one outstanding player. So that's why they get the award. So that's going to wrap it up for this Week 15 edition of This Cat Can Ball, which is going to be titled These Cats Can Ball, because the Jets showed that they can ball, and they're not just a throwaway team that's in the cellar. I mean, they are, but this week they showed that they're great, and they're deserving of a little accolade, Good job for them to take on the Rams and take down the Rams. Rams are going to have to fight just a little bit harder to get in the playoffs, considering they're in the same division as the Seahawks. So if you liked it, tell a friend. If you didn't, tell an enemy. Please hit like and subscribe. If you want to stay current on this weekly program, we have 2 more to go before we get to the playoffs, and that's when things are going to get really interesting. Some players that are actually in the Hall of Fame only got there by what they did in the postseason because they really had lackluster stats. Looking at you, Lynn Swan. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Steelers receiver. He was mediocre in stats, but he was phenomenal in the postseason. But that's going to do it. I will see you guys next week. I hope you enjoyed it and look forward to next week, Week 16. Still hoping for that punter, but you never can tell. It might be another quarterback, might be another running back, could be another defensive tackle. That'd be kind of cool. Anyways, I am Omar, and I will see you guys next time.